They're not protected in any way, shape, or form. No sleeves, no top loaders, just a couple of Ziploc bags and a bunch of late 50s, early 60s cards inside. What's up? I'm Tim Sinclair. I'm the public address voice of the Chicago Bulls, Chicago Bears, Chicago Fire, NBA All-Star Weekend 3 times, and NBA 2K. I was in the hobby a long time ago as a kid, fell out for years and years, and now that my 2 boys are back in the hobby, so am I. This is Cardy in the USA. So I get home the other day and my girlfriend's 2 nephews are at the house. And now they're 7 and 9. They've just started collecting cards. In fact, I think like 90% of what they have are kind of extras that I've given them to help get started. And the youngest says, "Hey, look what my grandpa gave me," and walks over, and I don't know what I'm expecting exactly, but I was not expecting this. A 1959 Mickey Mantle in beautiful condition. I don't know for sure, I'm guessing a 4, 5, 6 grade. This is a potentially $1,000, $1,200 card. And of course, my first question was, does he have more? And we think the answer might be yes. Maybe not more Mickey Mantles, but he has more cards. And so we're heading to see him now to see what treasures we can find. So here we go. Wish us luck. So we got to Ray's, and I kid you not, we're walking into the house, and on the dining room table is a Ziploc bag filled with cards. They're not protected in any way, shape, or form. No sleeves, no top loaders, just a couple of Ziploc bags and a bunch of late 50s, early 60s cards inside. It took quite a while to go through all of them to look at not only who the card was of, but also what kind of condition it was in. And I tried at the time to sleeve as many as I possibly could, but I just didn't have enough supplies with me to get done as much as I wanted to. But we went through the entire lot and decided on about 15 or 20 cards that I thought would be smart to at least look into grading. We looked them all up on eBay to see the comps, to see what raw versus graded prices were going to be, trying to figure out what each card might grade at. But ultimately, I knew I needed help. And so I took these cards to my friend Brad at Bleacher Bum, who is not only a vintage baseball card expert, but he is a PSA expert as well. And he helped go through each and every one, try to get some gunk off of some of the surfaces, for lack of a better word, and we ultimately came up with this plan. The 1959 Mantle and the 1960 Hank Aaron card should be graded no matter what. They stood to increase the most in value from a reasonable grade, and they of course deserved to be very, very protected as well. The thing is, Ray doesn't really plan to sell right now or pass these down, so we thought the rest of the cards should just be sleeved and top-loaded, kept in a secure box, and then waited on until he decides what he wants to do with them. If that is indeed selling them in the future, then we'll go through and pick and choose a few more to send to PSA to be graded. But for now, they're protected, they're safe, they're not in a Ziploc bag, and he can rest assured that they're going to hold their value and hopefully go up just as they are now. I've said 100 times during this process that I wonder how many different bags and boxes and drawers have these 50, 60-year-old cards in them, and no one's thought about them in decades. They're just sitting there waiting to be discovered. And I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like for me, that's never going to happen in a planned way. It's always going to be kind of on accident or by surprise, like when a 7-year-old's running through the living room holding a Mickey Mantle going, "Hey, look what I found," and me going, that could be a $1,200 card. And then that leads to this treasure trove of cards at a 100-year-old house at Ray's. You never know how this is going to play out. I certainly wasn't expecting it, but the hunt was fun. The discovery and going through the cards was fun. And I'm looking forward to getting grades back on both the Mantle and the Aaron that will increase the value of Ray's entire collection.